This is The Roadmap with Ted Jenkins.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of The Roadmap. I'm your host, Ted Jenkins, exclusively here on America's Small Business Network. Always go to asbn.com. On The Roadmap, every week we bring you some of the brightest and best CEOs and entrepreneurs all around the country. People that have started businesses, they've scaled them, and yes, maybe some of them have done an exit stage left. Now, a lot of people have been asking me in the business community, what about AI? What's happening with AI? How do I use it in my business? How should I market it? I'm so delighted today to have Jeff Pedowitz, the CEO of the Pedowitz Group. There is I don't think across the country, there are a lot of people that say that they're experts, but not only are you a marketing expert, but you're also an AI expert. Just tell the folks that are watching first just what the Pedowitz Group does, and then I want to dive into AI.
Well, in simplest terms, we help our clients use technology to drive more revenue and reach their customers. And AI, of course, is a great example of amazing technology.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because I remember doing an interview with Fran Tarkington, and famous Hall of Fame quarterback, and he said, Ted, he's like, without sales, you don't have a business. You don't have it. And it's true. A lot of people that are entrepreneurs think to themselves, I've got to get operations, I need technology, but without revenue, you literally don't have a business. So how do you see the world of AI just at a high level starting to play out in terms of marketing? Because I think a lot of business owners don't even know what it is and how they would implement it.
This is a generational force. So much like the internet was the smartphone, this is a once in 20 years type of thing where AI will absolutely transform every part of the business and even our personal lives as well. So it's having a massive impact. Already marketing is leading the way. About 70% of marketing organizations are already experimenting with AI in some way, shape, or form.
So for the folks that have never used this before, is ChatGPT really the place to start? I feel like that's the one that got popular, kind of broke the internet, if you will, very quickly. For somebody that has no budget, Jeff, like a small business owner that's watching this, can they use a platform like that to help them generate more revenue?
Absolutely. It's a great place to start. I would recommend, in a small amount of money, pay $20 a month and get the premium version. It will be well worth it. But yes, it can serve as a personal muse. Now, something like ChatGPT, it's a broad-based application. It's a large language model. You could use it to write a business plan, use it to write a sales email, use it to do research. There's a lot of things it can do. And then we're seeing this just incredible innovation, and so many technology companies are starting with very specific use cases. And so if you're really going good on AI, you should look at a platform called Jasper for marketing, because Jasper, yeah. So Jasper is specifically tailored for a marketer. And so it's trained its models to write all different kinds of content, blogs, ads, emails, white papers, and it's going to just serve you much better.
So you don't even have an excuse anymore to say, gosh, I should have a blog somewhere on my website, or I should start a blog, but you know what? I'm a terrible writer, because ChatGPT can write this thing for you, yeah?
ChatGPT can, and then go buy a Grammarly subscription, and of course Grammarly on top of this will make you a world-class writer overnight. So
ChatGPT plus Grammarly, you put those together, and all of a sudden you become one of the best writers in the country.
You're off to the races.
But let's just back up for a second. If I don't care, small or large company, if I've got a website today, I should have content on there, whether I'm blogging or I'm doing YouTube videos, and use some AI with that. I should have that on my website, right?
Oh, you absolutely should. I mean, if you still have a brochure where you're not keeping your website up, there's really almost no point to have a website. So, of course, though, websites, as important as they are, it's even more important to have a stronger social media presence, particularly if you're marketing to consumers. So it's much better for you to have a flash page up on Instagram or TikTok than it is to even have a web page.
Do you see a lot of companies today failing in social media? I think part of what's challenging, maybe we'll see how AI plays into this, is that some people have a presence on LinkedIn. Facebook feels like it's kind of a dying duck. To a degree, I all know it's massive. You got Instagram, you have TikTok, you've got YouTube. Where does somebody even start if they're like, I don't know which way to go?
Well, I wouldn't say they're failing. I think they're just not playing the game.
Right.
There's a lot of social channels out there, and each channel appeals to a different demographic. So, for example, I mean, my kids are on TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat, and honestly, I have no desire to be on it, but I do recognize it's an important channel, and so if I want to reach certain demographics, that's really important and it's cost effective. So the younger generation now is almost getting all of its news through TikTok. They don't go to online to CNN or MSNBC or Fox News or anything like that. So I think it's more about understanding who is your audience, where do they go to get their information, and how do I make sure I'm putting the right content in that channel. And content that you would put on your website is different than how you would put it on Instagram or TikTok or Snapchat.
Do you think that some companies make a huge mistake by not building an ideal client avatar, if you will, that they go to market, they try to sell products or services, but they haven't really thought through with their marketing who they're actually targeting?
A lot of companies think they know who their target is, and they think that they're going after it, but the reality is they're not.
And you'll coach people on that in the business? You'll show people on that? I'm curious, because this whole world of marketing, I feel like it's an ever-evolving beast. I mean, it just continues to morph all the time. But there are a lot of people, I remember years ago, that said phone calling is dead, although I still feel like it's alive. And now I hear a lot of people say, Jeff, like email marketing is dead, but it's not, right? One, and then two, how can you use AI to more effectively get your emails and create better funnels?
Email marketing is absolutely not dead. It's still thriving. It's still one of the most cost-effective ways that you can reach your customers, your prospects. Absolutely.
Right.
I mean, because look, even if you're just using Outlook or Gmail, you're not hardly paying anything for that at all. So it's a very effective channel, but like all channels, we have so much noise. I mean, think about when we were kids, right? There was 3 channels on TV, and we were our parents' remote. We'd stand there and we would like turn the channel, like it's either CBS or NBC. And today, how many streaming channels do we have? I think, of course, in our household, I'm embarrassed to say, I think we have like every single subscription possible. Thousands of shows on TV to watch. Well, the same thing is happening with all these various different channels. There's just many different ways where people are consuming, entertaining, getting information, socializing. So we have to pick the right channel. But we also have to know who we're targeting, who they are, what their needs are, their attributes, their demographics, their behaviors, their motives, what problems are they looking to solve. And then we have to tailor our approach towards them. So many businesses still lead with a product-based marketing message, which is not how to sell.
Is AI smart enough today that if you try to write a copy that you think can lead people down a funnel, can you actually talk to AI about how you might want your funnel? Is it smart enough to be adaptive for that?
It very much is. And now certainly, look, you still have to check it, and it has hallucinations, as they say. And sometimes it can give you, it looks really convincing, it sounds amazing, but it's not true at all. So you still have to go through it. As Reagan used to say, trust but verify. So you have to go through it. But it's excellent at creating outlines and structure and helping you think through the process. And you iterate, you treat it like a muse. I mean, just like Tony Stark does with Jarvis and Marvel and Iron Man. That's how you can treat AI now. And voice is right there. So even if ChatGPT, you can use it on your phone, you can use it on your computer, just talk, and it will respond in real time. It's amazing.
What's the danger in this? I think a lot of people that see television programs hear about the excitement of ChatGPT, like, yeah, I clicked the button and it wrote a book for me, and then the other side of it, like, somebody in Des Moines got deep faked over a voice recognition thing that their mom was asking for a check, and it legitimately sounded like their mom. I've seen videos of people that look like Tom Cruise. Is it too dangerous? How do you protect yourself on the other side, as a business owner?
Well, sure. With great power comes great responsibility, right? So every new iteration of technology produces new opportunities and new challenges. So any business still has to take steps to safeguard its information, protect confidentiality, provide training for its employees, put in governance standards, because if we wait for the government to come up with laws about AI, we're going to be waiting a long time. So we have to take those steps. But if we're verifying it, if we're editing it, I mean, it's like anything else. If we just ask AI to write something and then we turn it in and we don't even bother, well, you're never going to get something that's human-oriented or warm or have context. So shame on you if you take that approach. That's the lazy man's way of doing it.
So Where do you take the Pedowitz Group from here? You've been one of the top revenue marketing companies in the country for many, many years. Now you get into AI. Where do you see this business headed over the next 3 to 5 years? How do you exit this thing one day if you wanted to?
Still having a lot of fun and enjoying working with the customers. We're currently rolling up a lot of companies, and we're in an
You're
acquisition.
buying companies.
We're
now.
buying companies, yeah, because it's a great way to build value for our customers and build accretive value for our partners, and have a good exit in a few years. So that's kind of our business strategy. In terms of where we go, we're really excited about AI because we're already using it as to help us improve our delivery, improve our efficiencies. We're designing new lead scoring models based on AI. We're producing better campaigns. We're coordinating more channels. We're able to do a lot more with a lot less resources, and we're teaching our clients how to do that as well. So, and we're only at the beginning here. This is going to have a multi-trillion-dollar impact over the next 5 to 10 years. AI will globally, and so of course in our world, it won't be all of that, but we're hoping to have a good piece of it.
I think a lot of people would take just some millions, let alone trillions on there. You mentioned Jasper is a great marketing tool for people on AI that they can look at themselves. On the CRM side, do you have 1 or 2 favorites for people looking to get CRMs that may integrate well with AI?
I mean, you look at the big guys. I mean, Salesforce continues, of course, to really set the standard, do a really good job. Microsoft's got a great platform. HubSpot's not just for small business anymore.
Yeah, I love HubSpot.
Yeah,
I mean, there are multiple businesses that I have. I love it.
And HubSpot, as opposed to, well, Microsoft has built their own platform, and Salesforce's Sales Cloud CRM is theirs, but then of course they bought other pieces. But HubSpot, everything's been built natively from the ground up, so everything is designed to work with each other. I think the user experience is better. It's a lot easier to use and drive adoption. So they have an incredible platform. But honestly, you can't go wrong with any of them.
And will it be a big independent company that takes over the AI space, or do you think Google and Microsoft will battle it out? How do you see this playing out?
You know, I think the big guys will always have a seat at the table. You know, and I always joke they probably all get together and play poker on Sunday night. You know, at Larry Ellison's house or something like that. And
My AI, your
that's
AI.
That's right. They're plotting how to take over the world. But you know, look, I think it's just like the .com. There was a lot of us, but there's a few breakthrough companies like Google and others. Netflix came, you know, and took over and changed Blockbuster. So we're going to see disruptors in the next few years. We don't know who they are yet. We're going to see a few. We're also going to see, or not even hear about, many of the, because today there's over 60,000 software companies on AI.
That's crazy.
And it's growing more all the time.
So for the folks watching today, how can they get a copy of your book? Where can they find that?
Just go to Amazon. It's right there, AI Revenue Architect. They can also go to jeffpedowitz.com, and that will redirect them to our website, and they can pick it up.
That's great stuff. Thanks for chatting with us in the studio today. Jeff Pedowitz, foremost expert on AI, the Pedowitz Group. If your business is struggling or you're trying to think about how to drive top-line revenue, he may be the guy to talk to. And for sure, what you should be doing here over the next 12 months is thinking about how you incorporate AI into all of your marketing so you can drive top-line revenue. Hopefully that increases bottom-line profits, and you get to exit your money for a bigger multiple down the road. I'm Ted Jenkins, and this has been this episode of The Roadmap. Thanks for watching ASBN.com.
Thanks for watching The Roadmap with Ted Jenkins.